dum, dum, ding, dum, dum, ding, dum, dum, ding, dum, 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 ding, dum, dum, ding, dum, 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 dum. Let me get that link going, and then hopefully we can get a few people in. Whoops. Wrong thumbnail. I thought I changed it. Oh, I didn't. Whoopsie. There we go. That's better. There we go. That should be all the places. Now I can properly focus on stream. Sorry about that. So yeah, we're taking a break from curries finally, because Sapphire Week. I hesitated in participating, to be honest, but I think taking a break from curries in the first place is really nice. And also, I just really like Sapphire Week. Like, you know, obviously, it is one of the more popular shiny hunting events, but it's also a really, really important one to me, and I really love everything about it. I really love how much it brings the community together. So, hopefully this time around I can find some shinies during the event, and not 50,000 in overtime. That would be nice, I think, personally. You know, hot take, maybe. This curry hunt looks really weird. Yeah, I'm trying a new cooking method, which involves a lot of grass and some mud and some balls. You know, just making sure. Disabled Sword and Shield or something? Yeah, you know, did you not get the curry update? It's a big talk in the community right now. It's all over the place. Yeah, they made Sword and Shield 2D. And then they made curries be made in grass, is the gist of it. It's quite cool, to be honest. Boo, I'm also here. Hi, Cindy! Is this like the first time you pop into stream? But hello. We are hunting gummy bears. Potentially to put them in our curries, as we were saying. Trying some new recipes. Gonna go set up my cell phone. Yeah, makes sense. You've been going crazy fast on the Safari Week hunts, to be honest. Like, I think you only have 2 systems, right? Because I think the number of encounters you do is really impressive for the amount of systems you have. Yummy. Not sure, just hoping it brings me a shiny. Doesn't have to be yummy, it just has to bring shiny luck. Yeah, I'm probably tying myself considering I'm not used to hunting this much. Makes sense. Yeah, that does sound like quite a drastic change from usual if you're not hunting much anymore. But like also, it's Safari Week, it's 1 week. I think it's nice to really focus and try to get as many shinies as you can. But yeah, it makes sense that it would be tiring. Even only paying half attention and getting to this number myself, like, it does, require more focus than I usually put into hunting. Although compared to curry hunting, maybe not that much. I'm old. Yeah, you're basically like 80, right? Basically 1 foot in the grave. It's okay. I'll have a really nice speech prepared for your funeral. God, that's horrible to say. Yay. You're going for Barboach, right? Is there like a specific reason, or were you just vibing? It is a good shiny, but it's also like not a Pokemon I think about a lot, to be honest. So I'd be curious to see like where you picked it. Hi Millie, how are you doing? How's the hunting going? Failed a shiny Wooper in Great March at 700 encounters. Now I'm probably gonna go over odds. Well, at least you saw a shiny before your overall hunt. I'm starting with my overall hunt, it's looking like. I mean, okay, to be fair, I have like almost 400 encounters left, so like it could get a shiny before then, but you know what I mean. Okay, just doing some dishes. Hunting is posed, we'll start again in a minute. Yeah, that's fair. Sorry, I'm not here to do all your dishes anymore. Sorry, I wasn't following. It's alright. Yeah, I was just asking, like, Barboach is your target, right? I was just curious, like, what made you pick it? Because I think it's a pretty shiny, but I also don't really think about Barboach as a Pokemon, like, almost ever. Failing a shiny overouts would be devastating for me. Yeah, I mean, last Safari Week, I went into overtime to like more than 50,000, and I was still in the Safari Zone. I had to contend with the fact I could maybe fail it, and thankfully I didn't. So, just whining for the sake of it. But imagine failing the shiny, it fleeing, after going to 50,000, I would have cried. I just thought it's cute and I like going through Safari specific targets. Oh, is it only obtainable in the Safari zone? I didn't know that. But yeah, no, that's a good enough reason. I do think it's pretty cute. Maybe I should become more of a Barboach and Whiscash fan. Maybe that would make me a better person. If I recall correctly, yes. Well, I will take your word for it, and if that ever turns out to be wrong, I will assume you lied to me on purpose and sue you or something. But like in a very dramatic fashion, with like sound effects every 2 seconds, as more info is revealed on why you lied to me. Evil Cindy. Wow, okay, I see. It's your villain arc. You're gonna go, pull your hair up like Kieran. I see what it is. How are you? Don't know. It's been kind of a weird end of the week for me, because then, you know, obviously I spent most of Wednesday in airports or on plane. That was exhausting, but then I also felt very wired and not very tired at the end. Like I felt exhausted, but not, you know, sleepy tired. And then I had to get used to the French weather again, because it's so much warmer here, and I'm dying, to be honest. But I am starting to get more used to being back home again. And I am quite happy with Sapphire Week. Like, I may not have gotten a shiny yet, but you know, when you've been doing curry for months, like, it's really nice to see the encounters tick by so fast. That's how low I am. It's been 16 to 18 degrees here. I'm so cold. Heating has been on a bunch. See, that's why I should live in England. I should just be in your house right now, in a non-weird way. Like, I'm made for that weather. I'm made to live with summers of like top 20 degrees. It doesn't need to go higher. This is fine. 20 degrees, 25 big max is fine. It's perfect even. It's amazing. It would be crazy to see a 7% again. I mean, like, normally they're 5%, but Pineco, Miltank, and Houndour are like 7% with my repel trick. And I saw and caught a Miltank in my very first Sapphire Week, which was insane, but like, it'd be really cool to see another one. Although I don't think I would get lucky enough to catch it again, but you never know. That's the fun of the Safari zone. You never have that guarantee. You're so close to odds already. Yeah, I did like, well, one day of pre-gaming on Thursday, and I put like a good 2,000 to 2,500 encounters a day, I'd say, depending on how distracted I am by RuneScape. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with my progress. Like I said, I really enjoy how fast it goes by in comparison to a lot of the hunts I'm doing otherwise right now. But Bongo, if you're still in chat, I don't think I know your Safari target. Was it Whooper, or was it like just a general route? Being distracted from gaming with other gaming, that is the way it works. And also you convinced me to play RuneScape, like really, it's your fault. You're to blame for my bad shiny luck. It didn't take much convincing. No, you don't have proof of that. That you can send in the chat at least. So like, really, I think you're lying. I think you dragged me by my feet. And that's the only reason I ever played RuneScape. And like, every day you're like, you better play RuneScape today, or I'm going to beat you up. And that's the only reason I play, really, because I'm scared. Really, really scared. Also, I don't think Bongo is in chat, so don't know if I'll ever get an answer to that question. But yeah, I mean, you know, I might be playing RuneScape right now, but like it's shooting stars, which are like a mining activity where you don't have to click any faster than once every 7 minutes. Like I think it's a valid side stream activity, because you know, I don't really have to pay attention to it at all. I can just be focused on stream, and I still make some progress in my game. Whooper got them. Whooper. Are you sure Burger King didn't get them? Because like, I would believe that. Strongly believe that Burger King is evil, and they probably do use Whoppers to take out people. Like not as in poisoning the Whoppers, as in like the Whoppers have guns or something. Can agree. Can you even eat anything at Burger King? When I worked there, they told us how... Oh, it's true, you did work there. I keep forgetting that. Okay, I'll keep. I don't think about it that much in the grand scheme of things, but like, when I do think about Burger King, I keep forgetting that. Also, you should have a tiny old-school RuneScape screen on stream, so if you get a golem, we'll see. I thought about it. Well, like, when I first started doing RuneScape activities, one on stream, I thought about it. I'm just not sure right now where I would put the screen, like how I would make it look good. I guess maybe I could do like a four haircuts console setup, and then just have RuneScape in one of the console windows instead of an actual console. That might be an option. I don't know, maybe I'll figure it out for a future stream. Maybe you just need a chat box on screen. Have you seen what people say at shooting stars? People are vile. Like, Grand Exchange level of vile. Always. I don't think I can put the chat box on stream. I think that would get me banned. Switch to game only. Oh, true. True, I could do that. Okay. let me see how I can go about context for the chat is shiny hunting in RuneScape. No, technically I'm mining stars in RuneScape. The shiny hunting is just optional. But yes, there's like a 1 in 200,000 chance to get a pet while mining, and I would like the pet, so... Okay, God, you're ruining my encounter rate, but let me see. Oh, it's going RuneScape. Okay, well, I don't think it's even working. Why? Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, that's my full screen. I hope I'm not doxing any important information. Let me figure out how I could drop it to only... Oop. There we go. Slowly eating away at the screen. And there we go. I'm doing this in a very awkward, non-optimal way, but I want to, so you know, sue me. You can also see I'm talking a lot of dots in chat, and that is in fact because I just I just use my counter and it's set on the dot. Okay, and now I can set it like here. Is this too big? Is this... What do you guys think? Context for the... no, sorry. Cat distribution system in RuneScape. Basically that, yeah. Like, there's just a ton of activities where you can just randomly get a pet, and I think it's really cool. Is that your frog hat? I literally don't know who you are. I know, like, I low-key just want to wear my frog hat always. I also just like being optimal, and I'm wearing right now armor that gives me, you know, better mining XP. So, you know, I'll take the being optimal. I could probably crop out more dead space. TBH. I don't know how big the pet message is, you know, since I'm obviously going to get the pet. I think that's good enough. I think it's at 666 cropped on the right now. Yeah, that's how RuneScape can. They should do a cosmetic hat slap. I know! I was looking into it because I wanted to be able to wear the frog hat and be optimal. And it's a thing in modern RuneScape, but it is not a thing in old school RuneScape. So I assume it's a conscious choice, and I hate it because I want a hat. I want my pretty frog hat. I think it's part of my identity now, as a person, really. Okay, now I can actually focus back on shiny hunting. Can I set it so you can see beef? No. Oh, there, you can see one beef. That's perfect. Wait, no, here. Sorry, I overestimated how big the camera was. Yeah, how do I get beef on screen? So I'm getting distracted again instead of trying and doing sorry. But beef is the cow. Here, you can see beef that way. Can honestly go on him. Yeah, no, that was my bad. I thought the camera, like the cropping, was larger than it was again, and I failed to realize the beef was outside of the cropping. Because I was just looking at the chat box in game rather than that stream. But now you have a beef cam. It's not my beef, to be clear, because I don't think I can physically get my beef in the right angle for it. But beef, which, sorry, for context, Cindy, is just a pet cow. It's not a weird thing. I swear I'm not weird. Down. Down. Oh, no pet stack. Yeah, I mean, technically you can turn it into stacks if you want. But I wouldn't recommend it because it would make me quite sad. You know, I actually quite like having an alive cow. You also can't see, but he does have a little red bow tie. Well, actually, okay, Millie sent me an art picture of beef, so I can show you. I can show you what beef looks like. This is my beef. My baby cow. Okay, that is beef. There, we can put beef there. He's watching over the other beef. That's perfect. Cute. I know, right? So cute. I love beef. Beef is like the most important thing in my life right now. Sorry, Millie. Okay, well, it's going to go out of the camera now, sadly, because the shooting star exploded, so I need to find a new one. Damn. It's not a lot of new ones. Okay, finally. I love beef and I also love soup. Yeah, soup is a turtle, which is a pet you can get while sailing randomly. But it's also quite cruel because like it's based on turtle soup, the name. So you know, I think beef is much better because that's totally no food implication with beef. And it's beef, I didn't argue, because he's a very strongly headed cow. Well, bull technically, I guess. It's not a cow, but I think cow is a cuter word. Baby Blue, yeah. I don't know if you knew, but he has a rare animation where he gets swept up in a tornado, which I think is so funny. Yesterday at like 2 AM, I just spammed the emote button until it did it. Nice times. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I did know. God, could you just read the wiki? Just always reading the wiki instead of playing like me. Like I'm at Shooting Stars. Where are you? Where are you? You're probably like shiny hunting like a loser. Sorry, massive beef. There. Just, you know, getting it all surrounded. When I go to bed, I lie and read the wiki long. Wow. Just spending your nights reading the wiki, huh? I mean, okay, I am an hypocrite because like I spend a ridiculous amount of time on the wiki too, but it's to learn while I'm playing, you know, which is quite important. Beef jump scare, BB for big beef. BBL, big beef love. That's the only meaning I know. Just gonna start making a beef themed overlay. Well, guys, you know, got a BBL. Wow, well, too much info. Too much info. Hello, Inib. Hi, Kamek. How are you doing? How's your safari going? I saw you got a shiny. I don't know if you got a second one already or not yet. Still at 0 myself, as you can see by the 2 very empty bars on the sides. Not that good. Oh no. Have you been doing overodds or what's happening? Just came to say hi. I'm going to watch the World Cup final. Good luck. Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. So I totally forgot the World Cup final was today. To be honest, the third place match was my World Cup final, and I think it was the funniest thing ever. Like, genuinely fucking hilarious match. I loved it. 21,000 fled, 25,000 fled, 44,000 fled. Jesus Christ, yeah. Oh god. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kemek. Well, I hope you start getting some wins. You know, like both in speed and actual literal wins. Jesus. Man, I kind of want to enter one Charizard and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It is a really cool hunt. I did technically do it as a side hunt to my Articuno, because I'd seen like a billion of them, so I had to catch at least one. But it is a cool hunt. The fact you can get like fully evolved Pokemon like Dragonite too is insane, and I think super cool. But that's the thing with Let's Go in general, like you can get a lot of encounters you normally couldn't. I think it's really, really cool. I need to hunt in Let's Go more. Did you get one? Yeah, once I got Articuno, I went back and did a round to get one of every shiny I had failed. So, one Spearow, one Fearow, one Charizard, one Dragonite, I think was everything else on that route, but the legendary birds. It knows that if you'd watch the video. It's so funny because like it didn't get the most views, but it's I think the video that gets the most comments, because like every 2 or 3 months I just get a random comment on the video like it was posted yesterday when it was very much not, and I kind of love it, you know. But it's always so funny to me because like, that usually never happens with most of my videos. I guess it is a sign of success technically, because it just means the video is interesting and actual enough that people still want to comment on it. Like, you know, a lot of my older videos do still get views regularly, but comments is a whole different beast. I feel like we've been getting a lot of Splatoon music on stream. I mean, it is the time for it. Let's get some RuneScape in there. Let's RuneScape it up. Henry has arrived. For 135? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I'll let you read out the rest. From him. My baby. I miss him. Miss both of them. Like, it really felt like this time they were, like, accepting me and, you know, more used to me. And I really enjoyed it. I think first time around, but Sia was scared shitless, for sure. Henry was like cuddly, but in a very Henry new person cuddles way, not in a like I like you specifically way. But like this time around, both of them felt yeah, much more friendly, like much more used to me being here. And it was really, really nice. How are you feeling about the 4-6 loss? Honestly, pretty good. I think I would have been more sad if we'd gone like 0-4, like it was for a while. That would have been just literally embarrassing. But, you know, final result, I think that was a really genuinely fun match. And I like when matches like that have a lot of goals, a lot of opportunities for hype moments. I saw a cam of like Didier Deschamps, the French coach's reaction to every goal from both teams, and it's so funny. Like you can really see how like insane he was going at first when England was, you know, going score for score for score, and then he sees France starting to score again, and you can see the hope, and you can see it get crushed with the 2 more scores from England. It's beautiful. I think that's what football is about, really. I don't care about the rules, I just want to see funny reactions. I've also been getting a shit ton of Haaland shorts and stuff like that. I get what Sasu means more now, because it's fucking everywhere. I can scroll 3 shorts on YouTube without getting something about Haaland. They also are being weird since you left. I think they miss you. Oh, my babies. My poor, poor babies. Man, I really miss them. It's not a bring in shot anymore, but I can still see the head bubbles, the head pops. And people are talking about the World Cup around the shooting star too. Which is really funny. A bunch of English people talking about how bronze is still pretty nice, but they really fucked it against Argentina. I sadly am now back in Spain. Yeah, I know. I'm like reluctantly, but I do want Spain to win. Well, okay, it's more like I don't want Argentina to win. It's just the whole behavior around the whole thing has been quite disgusting. Like a bit from the team itself, a lot from the fans. It's just not a team I really want to support. But also, football is not that serious to me. I don't care that much. I don't follow football. What's the beef here? But Argentina is one of the favorite teams to win because they're really good teams. They have like Messi, if you recognize the name, but they also play really dirty. Like they do a lot of fouls, which are, you know, yellow cards and stuff like that, and a lot of stuff on the pitch. And there was also a lot of talk about judges being biased towards them and not, you know, giving them as harsh punishments as they could, or like favoriting them in match decisions. But yes, they just play dirty, is the thing. They play really, really dirty. So a lot of people don't really like them. I see. I have a feeling you're not that interested into football, which I don't blame you. I used to never care, but then, you know, I was merely for most of the World Cup and merely really cares about football, so I started caring a little by osmosis. I still don't know a lot of the rules, but, you know. They also were basically threatening fucking war on us when they won. Oh right, there's also a lot of political tension with the Falklands right now, which is a whole beast of its own, but maybe unpopular opinion, but like FIFA is inherently pretty political, and it is really showing in the England-Argentinian match here. Yeah, oops, not really into sport in general, but I don't mind learning a bit more or seeing you all lose your marbles. Makes sense. I think it's fun to like not care enough to get bummed out, but care enough that you can laugh with people or at people, or, you know, just have fun. You know, care enough to have fun, don't care enough to get drunk at the bar and abuse your wife, is my advice to all football players, football fans. I mean, players maybe, I don't know the alcoholic rates there as much. It's fucked up that players were given yellow cards for wearing pride armbands in the last World Cup, but Argentina can threaten invasion aids, whatever. Yeah, there was also a thing where, like, Didier Deschamps, French coach again, his mother's died recently, and the French team wanted to wear a black armband to, you know, in her memory, and was denied by FIFA. And then there was something about another team being allowed to have black armbands or something like that. So the sport is cool, but like there is a bitter taste in the whole weird aspect of it, or where like yeah, stuff like pride is considered too opinionated and punished, but then literal war is considered okay and acceptable, and it is extremely biased. Football is like safari hunting. Sometimes you have the ball in front of the shiny, and you either score, catch it, or not. Not. True. Very wise words, Mr. Nestro. Well, I hope I can get the ball today. I hope we can get balling. I would appreciate that. I kind of want to ball. It's supervised, yeah. It's a shame because like the sport itself is a lot more fun than I expected. But, like I probably won't watch much outside of the World Cup unless you're talking about it. Then I might check it out a little bit. But I don't think I want to get that into football in general. Ooh, so close to odds. God, yeah. We're like basically 100 away now. That's crazy. But of course my first phase would go over odds. Potentially my only phase if I just never find a shiny this Safari week. Yeah, I think when you get past the fans, most sports are very fun to watch. That's true. I've never been a big sports person in general, but I am warming up to it a little more. I think a lot of sports can be pretty fun, but I think it's also like it is a certain level. Like with football, I don't know if I would ever really want. Like I maybe would attend one, but I don't know if I would want to go to a football match, for example, because that's too much football, also too much noise. But like when it's like watching it on the tablet while cooking or doing other stuff, and then you get to check and cheer when your team get a goal, or go like, oh no, when the other team gets a goal. So funny, because like in the plane, the person next to me was watching football, which is how I watched a little of the England-Argentina match. And they were cheering when England would score, but like loudly in the plane. And so a lot of people around us would like, almost made my phone fall right there. I need to put it somewhere else. A lot of people around us were like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Happy Safari. Hi, Teddiursa. Happy Safari to you. Are you hunting for it? We're almost to odds on our first phase here, so don't know if we'll get a shiny this stream, but I'm hoping so. I really want to get a stream shiny. I probably should stream more to make it happen, but also, got a lot of stuff to do, and I think once a week is nice. It's a nice spot. But I think it would be really cool to get just one stream shiny this year. Really hype. Not hunting this year because it clashed with vacation plans, but still checking out everyone else's streams. Makes sense. well, we are going for a Teddiursa reclaim here, because it was my target in 2024, and then I found and failed it 2 times. So I'm hoping I can find and win it this time. I think that would be nice. Also, someone in RuneScape just said Mbappe is a fraud, so I'm gonna throw hands. I should get a profile picture on here. And true, I think it's also really funny that, you know, the way I've chat, all profile pictures are really, really tiny. I can vaguely tell what they are. Well, mainly because I know what it is, because it's also on Discord. And Nestre is a dog, and Kemek was like a shiny Mew, I think. But it's really funny that you're just a very clear C. Like, there's no doubt about you. You're Cindy with a C. I'm a real Teddiursa believer. True. That's good. We need more of those. I need to believe more. I'm hunting in that same area in Emerald, hoping to get Ladybar. I saw that. The repel trick I'm doing means I see like no Ladybar. But I hope you do get one. I think it's a really cool target. I just want Teddiursa more. And the repel trick is like just really helpful. Because it goes from like 30% to 42? Like 12% is not that bad. Like it almost brings me to a coin flip. A coin flip that's like slightly weighted against Teddiursa, but yeah, it's not too bad of an encounter rate. What if you make it the same but with a different font for the C? That would be really funny. And 99.99% of people would never get the joke unless you tell them. But it would be really funny. Oh, I'm very familiar with not seeing Ladybar. I'm sure you are. I believe you on that one. That's kind of your field, you know. Cat chain up to 32. Nice. Yeah, you're back at Optimal Arts. You're going for Ekans, right? Am I good, girlfriend? I swear that's what you said, but I don't know if you like if I missed a step. Yep, icons. Yeah, phew, I am a good girlfriend. I kind of want to do a DTQ in Let's Go Pikachu. Because I've played Let's Go Eevee, I haven't played Let's Go Pikachu, even if they're the same game, but different Pokemon availability. But like, I don't know what team I would make. Because I think at this point I've reached a moment in my life where I've done enough quests, enough stuff in Kanto that I've covered a lot of the decks that I like, and so a lot of what's left is either repeating stuff I already did or stuff I don't like as much. I need to check what cooldowns there are to do, and sadly I kind of wasted 2 in air quotes, because I did the soft reset Arcanine and Hitmonchan, like some of my very first training units after getting back into the hobby actually. But yeah, I did them like not in a DTQ, just for funsies in Let's Go Eevee. But like, I don't remember if there are other really gift Pokemon or stuff like that I could hunt. Like there's the traits, I guess, but then they wouldn't have my OT, it's a whole thing. But they are a cool option. Actually, it would be a massive flex to do a DTQ and then get a wild legendary bird for the DTQ. I don't know if I'd be able to do that before post-game, which in my opinion kind of defeats the point of a DTQ. Like, at the exception of Head Gold and Soul Silver, because the post-game is basically half of the game, I think a DTQ is better played when you get most or all of your targets before post-game. Because then at that point you've already played the game. You know, you don't have much left to use your team members on other than like battle facilities or stuff like that. Will also did the Hitmonchan for my shiny batch quest. That guy took like almost 2 months, LMAO. That's fun though, that's a fun hunt. Maybe I could do Hitmonlee. I don't like Hitmonlee as much as Hitmonchan, to the risk of hurting melee with this, but it would still be a fun hunt, and it's a fun Pokemon. I guess route and batch quests instead might be fun, because then you don't have to pick the team. True, although usually when I do a batch quest, I still pick team members, I just pick 8 instead of 6. But I could do a batch quest where like I specifically go with the first shiny I find. That is an option. I do want to do more batch quests in general. I have my Head Good one started, but it's been on pause for a while just because I've been on other stuff, shiny hunting ones. Sorry, I got to disappear. Could only pop by for a short bit, but wanted to wish the shiny out. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you for popping in. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. But yeah, thank you. Like, it's okay if you have to go. I still appreciate chatting for a little. Okay, the shooting star ran out again. Need to go find a new one. Yeah, I really want to do more progress on my quest, like have a lot of DTQs, a lot of other stuff that I've started, but I also really want to finish my curry hunt, and it takes forever, and it does sadly take most of my attention when hunting, so it's hard to do stuff alongside it. And you know, I've been doing Trico for a while too, but it does suffer a little in terms of pace from curry hunting also, and it also is overworlds, because of course it is. Okay, we're in the last stretch for at least odds. Only 2 more sets of encounters. Your luck has been so shit lately. I've noticed. It really has been. Like, it's payback for the Mew. Okay, maybe that's what happened. Because true, I am still getting extremely lucky with Mew. So far, I think all of my Mew hunts have been really lucky, or decently lucky at least. So maybe this is payback for that. But God, feels like this year my luck has been really, really shit. Outside of January. January was chill. Okay, this is over odds. Right there. Right there. But we'll just get a shiny. No. Yeah, I've found shiny Sunkerns twice in the Safari Zone, and I still never can quite tell when it pops up on the screen whether it's a shiny or not. You didn't even stand in the yards. I got no time for standing. I'm just sliding and sleeping. I click, this is still the yards. I can stand in the yards right there. It's fine. We'll take a moment to appreciate it. Okay, moment over. saw my first what a waste of time comment about old school RuneScape today. I mean, we are really piling up the waste of time hobbies, you know. We're really going for the top, the top ones. Because I was talking about old school RuneScape in /shiny Pokemon, like the Discord, just earlier today too. And a shiny hunter, a goddamn shiny hunter, told me old school RuneScape was too grindy for them. That's how bad it is. Like a full out shiny hunter too. But yeah, I will never get why people are so bothered by other people's hobbies, but I also don't really care. You know, like, okay, I guess. Man, now I gotta go see this. The convo? Because it was just in the, like, shiny Pokemon channel. I was gonna RuneScape is like the ultimate number grow up game. It's RuneScape gambling. I mean, technically, it has a pet system that's very close to shiny hunting, and technically shiny hunting is pretty close to gambling. So I think RuneScape is gambling. You know, I think it is. I think it feels less grindy when it's gambling. Well, I mean, true, but a lot of the RuneScape things are like it's not actions that are as easy as running into the grass in Pokemon, for example. Like it's beating a boss, which requires a lot of focus, or it's insane odds, and I don't mean that in a good way, from a simple action, like 1 in 800,000 kind of thing for the stars I'm mining right now, for example. So I do think it feels a lot less like satisfying gambling than Pokemon, in that you don't get to roll the slot machine as often, and you have to put a lot of focus to roll it. It's such a cliche, but time well spent is not time wasted. I mean, yeah, like, if you enjoyed yourself, if you had fun, if you're happy, who fucking cares? Not everything in life has to be productive in an objective sense, because, like, first of all, there rarely is an objective sense, you know, unless you mean capitalism, at which point, fuck you. But, like, yeah, you don't need to optimize your entire life and be miserable. And you can just enjoy things that are worthless or useless if they make you happy, because then I would argue they're not worthless. Yeah, some things are gambling, like drops, not all of it though. Yeah, a lot of aspects of RuneScape are, like, generally just grindy, not gambling grindy. What's everyone's favorite flavor? I really enjoyed the lime one I had at yours. I think someday I should get a full bag of those just for me. But I am a big believer in the... I forget the name, that's how big of a believer I am. Sweet chili pepper, that's the one. Which doesn't fucking exist in the UK for some reason. Bullshit. It's the best flavor. I don't eat Doritos. Never even seen a Dorito. God, I have to ban you guys now for being anti-Dorito. Because this is actually a Dorito sponsored stream. That's how it works. Yeah, the lime ones are so good. They are really yummy. And it's like an interesting flavor, because I don't usually really see lime in a very crunchy, crisp way. You know, like usually it's more liquid. But I did really enjoy the 1 or 2 lime Doritos I had. God, I want Doritos now. This isn't fair. Oops. Well, that's the first accident for the Safari Ball thrown. It's that game's fault for being slower than the other two by like a frame. I guess I got a Pineco now. I guess that's something I have. Just a normal ass Pineco. Yay. I don't know how to tag a person. I think the way you did it is how it works. But yeah, YouTube tagging is weird. YouTube in general really, like, I love streaming on YouTube. Mostly because Twitch is so doesn't like me. But like I do think there are quite a few things that YouTube could improve in terms of interface and stuff like that for streaming. I love normal Pineco. Holy shit, congrats. I know, pretty big fan for the stream, but like, don't get too rowdy now, I will have to get your own band. I only eat like very basic chips and the basic flavor of Pringles. That is insane to me. I love salt and vinegar chips, I love spicy chips, I love wheat flavor chips. We went to like a very fancy food store in the UK, and they had like French chips. We call them crisps in the UK because Millie has made me call them crisps so much that now it's what I instinctively call them. But they had French chips, and it's so funny to me because like they are so lower class, like bad food, not fancy at all to me. But they were really propped up as like fancy French chips, £4 for each pack, please. And then one of them was cheese flavored, like stinky cheese flavored, which is so funny. I've had that one before. It's really good. It's also really fucking cheesy. Hi Sasu, how are you doing? I will say it's because I refuse to try new things. I could possibly enjoy them if I tried, but I do know cheesy flavors aren't my favorite. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I do think, you know, a lot of the time you just want the safer option that you already know you like. But I always want to try new things and new flavors and new stuff, because even if I don't like it as much, like, it's a really slim chance I dislike it so much I don't eat it, first of all. And also, yeah, I think it's so fun when you find a flavor where it just clicks, and you're like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. Doing meh, disruption is bad right now. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sounds really tough. How about you? Well, we're talking about crisps right now, and I'm over odds, so normal day, I'd say. You know, neither bad nor good. Paprika crisp, paprika Doritos. I like them, but unpopular maybe, they are not in my top 3 even. Like, I know my younger brother really loves them. I think they're fine. I'll eat them if they're here, but not my favorite flavor of crisp or Pringles or Doritos. Paprika Doritos are so good. Well, maybe I should buy some the next time I'm around. Actually, maybe they probably have some in France. I just don't look for paprika flavors. Not crisp, but adjacent pretzel crackers. Oh my god. Oh, you're making me hungry now. That's so fucked up of you. Yeah, I love little pretzels. I love the little snacky ones. I love big pretzels, but like kind of soft on the inside. I don't know if that's actually German or like a bastardization of the pretzels, but I love them. And I tried the sour cream one. Not sure if I like them all that much, so too strong of an aftertaste. Yeah, I think sour cream is like the most popular Pringle flavor. At least in France it is for sure. Like maybe fighting with the original flavor, but you know. Also, tried one single brand of British crisps and stopped there. Okay, but squares are really, really yummy. Like, that's what I was saying, trying new things and getting the holy shit, this is the best thing ever moment. Well, I have my holy shit, this is the best thing ever moment with squares. And since I don't get to be in the UK that often, I don't get to have them that often. So the moment is just staying really, really long compared to what it normally would, because I would just keep buying it every week. Sorry, I missed what you said about pretzels, was fighting my fan. I was just saying, you're making me really hungry. And it's been forever since I've had like those little snack pretzels, like the sticks and the normal ones. And actually really should get a box, because I really enjoy those. And I also really enjoy big pretzels that are softer on the inside and warm. But I don't know if those are legit pretzels, like from Germany, or if it's like a weird bastardization of how you guys normally do them. Not sure. Mosquitoes are biting me, but I can't leave because I got a lock in. It's been horrible. Like, I think since 2 days ago, I've had mosquitoes all over, and my body is in pain because it itches so much. They're not a thing in Germany, no, but they are here, and they're my faves. I love them so much. Like with a bit of butter. Oh my god, it's delicious. I'm really hungry now. You guys are gonna make me stop stream early to go like make some pasta or something. I don't know, I would have to see IRL to judge, because I never really understand what you even mean. Yeah. It's like... It's like the little snack pretzels, but big. And they're like crispy on the outside, but softer on the inside, and like the salt on them. So here's they're done with sugar. That's psychotic. No, I don't agree with that part. But yeah, so like they're not like super common here either, but whenever I do find them, oh my god, that's the best thing ever. They're super soft and warm. Yeah, like when you get them just after they cook, and they're super warm. God, it's amazing. Maybe you do mean normal German ones. Maybe? Like, I use fully soft? You're talking about American ones. Oh, you're American now. Well. I mean, all of our pretzels are hard outside, soft inside. Just like bread crust usually is. Yeah, but like, I don't normally have pretzels. I have like the little snacky ones that are full, hard, and don't really have a soft part, because they're too small to have a soft part. So I just love the big ones where there is a soft part. Yeah, they're fully soft. Okay, yeah, I don't fuck with that then. No thanks. God, I'm hungry. Could really go for like a McDonald's or something tonight, but I also only get paid tomorrow. So I will have pasta with I think tuna and mayo, probably. These snacky ones are just crust. Yeah, but they're also like almost the only ones you can find in France. Like anytime I do find the big ones, they're usually seasonal and only stay for a little while. To us, pretzel is just the shape, not the flavor. Ooh, interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but damn. It's like, I don't know, a very soft crust. Like on a bread bun or something. Oh. God, now I don't know if I am talking about the American or German ones. I think maybe I just need to get some again the next time they're in season to make sure. Because I'm live pretzels and anything like pretzel shaped is just like live steak, live rolls. That's crazy. Okay, taking a break to go out and eat. I hope you enjoy your food. I'm really jealous. I'll still be following. Well, you will hear me scream if I get a shiny. Like normal person scream, not a drive scream, but you get the gist. But yeah, but you know, in English, don't know if American, British, or other. I see things like pretzel sticks or pretzel rolls. Yeah, I think that's also a thing in France. So I don't know. Maybe that is different in British English. It's just a very American little pretzel. Can't bring a DS to the restaurant. That's unfair. I think you should be able to. I think you should be able to shiny it in the restaurant. I think maybe they should clear the table to make more room for your shiny hunting setup. We definitely do not want to think pretzels unless they are pretzels, so... Family already judges me for bringing it to the table. Yeah, but your family doesn't get shinies, so, you know, who cares about their opinions? You're, by default, the coolest person in your family, because he's the only one getting shinies. You know? Of course you know. We call them sword sticks, which is also unhinged, not gonna lie. That is unhinged. Breadsticks! What? Okay, now I'm just confused. No, Whoa. That's not information my brain was ready for. We also have breadsticks, but that's a totally different thing here. Makes sense. Damn. 1 Cup finals start soon. Like in like half an hour. Spain better win. What was that? That was me hiccuping in a really weird way. And you're not supposed to comment on it. You're supposed to pretend I'm perfect. Learning that so many foods that I hate are for Sjogren's reasons. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It really does say just how much it limits food-wise or general-wise. Oh my god, someone has a soup in this star. Here, you can have a soup cam now. You can barely see its head. Yeah, there. There, that's a soup cam. I had tabbed out and came back because I thought she got a shiny lol. No, if I got a shiny, it would be like, OMG, I got a shiny! You know, something like that. I hope no one else was tabbed out and not really paying attention, because that would be rude. Soup the pet. Yeah, soup the pet, not soup, actual soup. Since I'm not juggling 2DSs anymore, I can chat more for the time being. Nice. I will always welcome more Cindy into my chat. Wonderful idea. Masterful gambit. I want soup now. Yes! Come play old school RuneScape with us. Come play old school RuneScape. You want to. You know you want to. Where's the Teddiursa sprite from, by the way? Is it paintball? I use a website called Infinite Decks. And it doesn't have shinies, I don't think, but I just recolor the sprites myself. And so this specific one is based on the TCG and was made into a sprite by gnose_GNOSE_. But yeah, InfiniteFusionDecks.com it's still lacking a lot of Pokemon, but it's a really nice website for alternative Pokemon sprites. And I really like not just having the basic in-game sprite. I think having something that feels a little bit more custom really makes it quite fun. Oh, Soup went out of the camera. Sorry guys. There. You have Soup again, somewhat. He's kind of covered by the text, but you have Soup. I hate dialing, guys. Need to avoid fructose for intolerance testing. Oh no! Oh, that's bad. Crying because no Red Bull and no cookies and no 500 veggies. Ooh! Yeah, I don't think I could do it. I need sweets. I need a freakish amount of energy drinks. Not to be a trans girl cliche, but I need my monster. Yes, the people of Infinite Fusion make such cool sprites. They do. Like, there's a lot of gems in there, a lot of amazing stuff. So sad. Whenever anyone limits my diet, I just go frowny face all day. True. Money is limiting my diet today. But hopefully I get paid tomorrow. I really hope so. Think of a monster today. Like, how cruel is that? You know? Very privileged behavior. Sorry to all my homies with food intolerances and allergies. Really, yeah. I think that's quite rude, actually, to me, which do not have any allergies, but I want food now because all the food made me really hungry. Gummy bear hunting, yes. Hoping for a green gummy bear. It would be really nice to see. Told myself I would drink less cola, but I always fall back on it. It tastes so good up until it doesn't. That's relatable though. I do really need to drink less soda in general. But it's so yummy. I've been trying to move a lot over to like sugar-free soda at least. Like, that's something, but the bubbles are probably still not great in the amount I consume them. Such a shame because sugar-free tastes awful to me. Yeah, I think it depends on the specific soda. I think, you know, cola tends to be quite one. Red Bull, like sugar-free Red Bull, is awful, generally horrible. But I think lemonade tends to be pretty decent when sugar-free. I've had sugar-free Sprite and 7-Up, I think, which was also quite good. So yeah, you just have to pick the right drinks, which it does still suck in how it's limiting you. But then what you can do is just get your sugary drinks for the ones where it does matter to you, and then get the sugar-free ones for the ones where it doesn't. Unless you're only drinking one drink ever, then don't know. I love cola, then we're supposed to reduce it because of caffeine, then found caffeine-free cola. You can always find a way for Coca-Cola to make you buy the stuff. Funny to me that your games are Italian, German and French. You're collecting your friends. True. I am just collecting you guys. Well, technically not you. Technically I'm collecting Cindy and Sasu and myself. So sorry about that, but my English emerald is kind of tied up in a DTQ right now. Don't know if you know anything about that. You'll have to adapt to sugar-free drinks if you move here. We do not have sugary drinks more and more. True. Like, it is kind of happening in France too. Not all to the same scale it is to you guys, but still a little bit. And it's like, Like, it's not the worst thing ever, because I do think, like, more people need to drink sugar-free more often. But, like, there's just some drinks where it does not hit the same. It just does not. I speak Italian, 20 exclamation marks. Well, yeah, but do you speak Italian more than Cindy? Didn't think so. Got him. My dad told me drinking fruit juice was no better than soda, because that has sugar too. Which I guess, but my family burns through soda like nobody's business. So I wouldn't mind having more juice. Yeah, and also like, quantities? Like, some juices may have as much sugar as soda. I'm pretty sure a lot may have a lot less sugar than soda. Like, it's still sugar, to be clear. It's still, in high quantities, not the best for you, but making the equivalent of, if it has sugars, then it's not even worse. And considering that that's silly. You also know all the important German words. Potato. Potato is really important. Oh, and that's 3 fireballs. That's your fault, Tasu. You distracted me with potatoes. And I blame you personally for it. Now fruit juice is just as bad, truly. Huh. Didn't know that. Okay, my bad then. I'm just sliding for the fun of it. You made me laugh so much because it's so close, but you just said octopus wagon. That is really funny. I love me a good octopus wagon. I think it's a really important part of my day. I just go on the octopus wagon, and that's all I do. I'll take that as a win. Sasu were almost reported in an attempt at tagging. See, that's what I mean when I say they really need to improve. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted because like there's a shit ton of stuff happening in RuneScape right now. They really need to improve the YouTube UI because like there's a good solid base, but God, it's not great for streams yet. Please don't report me for being a smartass. You are under arrest. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. In that case, I will simply shut up, shaking my head. But that will take my YouTube algorithm. That would be mean. I think you should talk loads, and you should also like the stream and like all of my videos, because that's the correct thing to do, objectively, in life. Sick is crank, so Krankenwagen. Krankenwagen, it's a fun word. But German is a made-up language, sorry to, tell you this, Asu. I refuse to believe it's real. Henry currently wants to eat on the Primark bag only. Oh, my poor baby Henry. But he has good taste. Primark is the shit. Would you rather use the octopus wagon as a cranky wagon, guys? I think I'd go for the octopus. I think that sounds like a fun ride. My first memory of German was a YouTube channel telling me Krankenwagen meant banana. So that word is banana first and ambulance second. Sorry, I made the wrongs. I believe you fully. That is just a banana. Banana actually is banana. That's pretty close to Krankenwagen if you think about it. No, banana is banana in French. Get your own word, please. God, copying us, and for what? Yeah, when I found out it was just banana with an E, I felt scammed. Just a simple word. It's not pronounced that way in German. German does not ignore letters. Maybe it should, because it's banan. It is just banan. Anything else is not valid. Sorry to say. Someone just spelled banana with a completely different vowel, like banane. 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 Bununu. Bonano. Whoa. What do you think of Inub? You were Inanab. Sounds like a Pokemon berry, to be honest. Yes, Inub, the first one was correct. Banane? Because that's weird. Like, you pronounce the E, you just don't pronounce it that much. Banana. I mean, it's stand up with an E. Well, I knew there was a reason I thought so. And I'm smart, and you're not. You're fluent now, congrats. Damn, I won at life. Chat, I'm really sad. Why? Why are you sad? That's not allowed. You'll never guess what banana is in Italian. It's banana! The accent came free. You're welcome. Because my girlfriend just said I'm not smart. Well, no, you're not smart, you're Millie. Sorry for that sound. Perfect inflection. I know, I'm kind of a genius. I am. Then you should let Ducks Hound stream or something. Have you considered not doing that? I think that would be cool if you did not do that. I like not being doxxed. It's my favorite thing in the world, actually. Tell her you love her as a prank. On stream? Ooh. Sorry about that also. It's Pngtuber. Pngtuber noob. Oh no, I've been doxxed. I must vacate my house, get a new name, a new passport, move to a new part of the world. I will never see any of you guys again. Sorry. My girlfriend is called Pngtuber Crittery Ostrobirth. True, you did get all my middle names there. You owe us money now for doing that. Do I though? Do I owe you money? Whoa, low poly Volo music. It's Cynthia music. It's stolen credit from Volo. I love modern Pokemon tracks being made with like the DS or GBA sound fonts though. I think it's a really cool concept. I am closing stream. Goodbye. I'll miss you, Maestro. Better go have a little stomach ache. Be right back. Oh, sorry about that, Sasu. I do hope it's a little one. Oops. I need to put myself back then. Getting hungry will make tacos, I think. Stop talking about food. It's so rude to me because I'm starving. Actually, generally, really, really hungry. But I also don't want to end stream because like I haven't been streaming that long. So I think I'm getting tortured, actually, is what's happening here. move in with me, tacos always. Well, I'm trying, but blame the UK for letting us to be together for 2 years. I want to move in with you. I want tacos. I really, really want tacos now, and I don't have stuff to make tacos. We ate so much mayo, I did not realize, by the way. I did not buy more and I'm totally out. Oops. That might be on me for putting more mayo in my tuna. Because you do put so little. Yeah, I did buy more mayo. I would share, but those are all, it's not vegan. And also I need it for my pasta. So, sorry. I've already run out of things to say. Imagine when you're streaming every Sunday. That's what happens. I'm hungry. I think we all are. I think we've reached that point where literally every present person in stream is just hungry and thinking about food. It's a local place, so I don't think I can say the name. That makes sense. I hope it's good food though. Like, can you say what kind of food it is? You might already have, and I didn't see, so I forgot, in which case, oopsie. Casually doxing myself on stream. Okay, yeah, that's better. I mean, it's just us. It's just us three? Oh, 6 people. It's just us three, probably Sasu, maybe Nestro, and a random 6th person you don't know. What are the odds that you actually get doxed? It's fine. That is, for the record, a joke. I want to get past that, to be honest. I always do that when I go outside. I want something with seafood, I think. God, that's so fair though. I could really go for some seafood pasta. Like, my favorite kind of low effort pasta is just shrimps, garlic, and cream. And you just slap that on like some spaghetti. Any type of pasta you want, really, but I think it works better with spaghetti personally. And it is the best thing ever. It's generally amazing. Going to take 3 hours to eat and only have olives. Yay. That is the best way to eat though. If you don't have olives after eating, did you even really eat? I really like clams with pasta. Oh, I don't think I've ever had that combo. I'd be curious to try though. Sounds interesting. Cindy, how do you feel about cold spaghetti as a salad? I will not bias you by expressing my opinion early, but I don't think it'd be that bad though. I disagree. It is not a salad kind of pasta. No. Nuh-uh. No. That's all I have to say. Cold spaghettis with peas could be neat. What are we doing here? Yeah, why? Yeah, in my opinion, it's awful. See, I've said it before, I'll say it again. The secret to a good kebab is having similar food tastes, and thankfully, Millie and I do. Thankfully, thank God, because I wouldn't consider living with her otherwise. That's horrible. I don't know, I could be very wrong, but I don't care. Living my very uninformed truth right now. That's fair. Sometimes it's nice to just not care. Hello, I am back from Pain City. Welcome back from Pain City. We're shit-talking your choice of cold spaghetti and salad. I'm sorry about the pain though, generally. I hope you are feeling a bit better. If only for the bait, I mainly eat hot pasta because it gets so clammy when it's cold. I don't know how it is when you make it to be cold. I mean, you kind of have to shake it up a little to, get it less clammy. My friend group makes pasta salad with cold spaghetti. Very yummy. No. Bad. They disagree. Thumbs down. Any other kind of... Okay, not any. Most of the kind of pasta work fine. But not spaghetti. No. 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 It's a big hit at every party, so... Yeah, but you're also German. It is a big thing you have to consider in the equation. Tier list of which pastas are best cold. You really like tier lists, don't you? Is it cut up? That is a good question. I do think it's maybe a little bit better if it's cut up, but still weird, because it's still, in my opinion, really thin pasta does not work in cold pasta salad. Love a tier list. I'm noticing. I guess it depends, we usually snap them once. I love to order and sort information. That's true and base actually. That's why I love spreadsheets. Born to be an accountant. Forced to be a graphic designer. By Big Graphic. Well, yes, I miss it. Oh. Most hates like really bad coffee and no spray. Yuck. Well, no, I'm no longer hungry. To be honest, graphic design is also just ordering and sorting information, just visually. Oh wow. That's actually a really cool way to think about it. I like that a lot. Like, it's true. But it's a really neat way to think about it and like draws a comparison to other ways to sort and order information. Please donate fructose-free snacks. Sorry, I'm eating on my snacks right now, which is why I have none left. But as soon as I do, I'll share some. I'll give you some fructose-free snacks, if those exist. I think like half the human experience is organizing information. That's true. It is, at its core, just one of the base human functions. But you know, I still think there's so many ways to push it and shape it that are still really interesting to explore in their own rights. Organizing is so yummy. It's so yummy. Haha. Sasu, what bug are you? That's a question. Oh, do you mean the Crudo bugs? I need to watch that. That's why I pinged it, because I didn't think I could yesterday. It's already kind of late today, but I really do want to watch it. Gonna buy organizers for Hunter's occasion and Battlefield things, I think. Sounds like a good idea. For vomiting information on people, I need to write down my stuff more. I know it's been a while, but like I generally love when you just info dump, because like it's a nice read. It's a nice just thing to focus on while doing other stuff. I really enjoyed the massive documents. But speculatively, yeah, I don't know enough to call on any bug type, but I hope I have a cool one. I hope I'm a cool bug. Made myself a Tumblr, so I'm kind of doing it there for now. True, I heard. Like, you're doing kind of well on Tumblr, aren't you? I think I remember your art doing quite well, which is good and deserved. Like, you generally do have an amazing art style. And the keys are really important to me. There's a bug quiz. Yeah, it's like Clutterberg is like how you organize yourself, I think. Like your home and your type of cleaning up and stuff like that. But it's just bug names for different categories of organization and methods and ways of perceiving and doing things organization-wise. My lesbians got almost 300 notes. That's a big number. I love big numbers. As a YouTuber, big numbers are my priority. Same man as if I'd made words. I say mine as if I'd made Nemona, Carmine, and Amaris, but you know, I feel like I'm the only one seeing the vision. Well, you do see the vision a lot more than most people and push through it to show the vision a lot more than most people. So I don't think it's wrong to call them yours. I think you do have some amount of ownership over it, at least. I think I'm a cricket or a bee. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Bzz, 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 bzz. I'm getting a live football update from the Shooting Star chat. Apparently, Spain scored? Hope Spain scored. Because they said 1-0 Spain. To me, that reads that Spain scored. Oh no, they're just lying. I think it's just lying because Google says 0-0 because it's barely started. Okay, they're just lying to me then. Giving me hope that things were happening. Big things. I think bees are cute. I didn't do the quiz. It's a fair take, honestly. I think that's the one take you need. I'm a disabled cricket missing a few legs. True. Yeah, I think I'm a cricket in my heart and soul, but I have ADHD and I'm disabled. Also true. So I'm just a stress bee. That's a really funny way to say it, but also, yeah. Is there a bug quiz? Apparently there is. I saw a bug video that Millie sent me. I didn't know there was a bug quiz. And I am also interested in seeing it, if it exists. I guess maybe the quiz is in the video, like rather than a quiz. Love putting things away and want a lot of things out of sight. But if I start away, I need to move to get. But if start away, I need to move to get, and no energy for that. Okay. Okay, makes sense. Pngtuber is so cool. Love Houndour so much. True. Yeah, okay, I was thinking that it is one of the channels you recommended me. That's why it felt familiar, even when Millie was talking about it. Want my space to be pretty, and I hate clutter, but I also prioritize efficiency. Efficiency is nice. It's nice to be efficient. So I'm just stressed about it being everywhere out of necessity because I can see it and I hate it. Yeah, it is a hard thing to manage and juggle. I think my organization style is detailed and hidden, and Teddiursa is simple and visual. That's kind of where we are struggling. Makes sense. Be yourself. I struggle bug, that's how it is every day. Relatable. My approach to being a disabled cricket is to have every essential item like 10 times. So I don't have to waste energy to get it. It's always right where I am. And it has a nice place right there. That is smart, but also sounds expensive. But smart. lip balm, water, and no spray. Oh, yeah, okay, that is mostly fine. Gets expensive if you do it with glasses and hearing aids. Makes sense. Those did tend to be quite expensive. Pasta is here. Ooh, jealous. I need to make mine at home, not at a restaurant. Some lame. Okay, I have taken the Clutterberg test, that's why I've been more quiet. And I'm apparently a butterfly. I'm a pretty butterfly. I need to go get my glasses. True. Have both of them arrived now? I think so, but you never know. My favorite organizational principle ever is to organize around your life and not live around your organization. Has helped me so much. True, that is really good advice. Unsurprising to me. What, me being a butterfly? Because I'm gorgeous and pretty and people love me? Is that why? I assume it's why. Butterfly is simple visual, right? To read the little text I was given, you love visual abundance and organizational simplicity. You are a really visual person, and for you, it's out of sight, out of mind. You need visual but fast and easy systems, like clear wire beams and baskets and lots of hooks. What is it when you need visual but hidden? Who knows? Truly, who knows? It's like a bee butterfly, a beeterfly. Well, no, it sounds like you're beater and a fly, which is not the greatest compliment. Sorry about that. Recently moved my nail polish to a desk drawer because I always use it when chilling on my pewter. So fair though. I kind of need a better desk like the one I have right now. It's kind of more a table than a desk, to be honest. And which means it has no drawer whatsoever. That's terrible for me because I need drawers. But my temporary solution, well, temporary in air quotes, has been to requisite a couple shelves from my big shelving unit as homemade drawers. Great idea, to be honest. I mean, if they're there, and I don't have any on my table, I might as well. I do need to kind of tidy them up right now. That is an issue I need to take care of. Maybe I should note that down. the bug system does not really work for me. I watched the video and was like, no, I'm too much of all four of them. And I already know my own organizational style figured out. Yeah. Makes sense. I like things hidden, and then once I open the drawer, close it, it needs to be very visual. True. I think that is a good way to be about it. Like, I am extremely visual. I like to just show things in drawers. I do it, but it stresses me out because then they're hard to navigate, you know? Yeah, absolutely. I think the bug system is like a starting point where you don't know what's going on yet. Yeah, I do think it's more of a starting platform than a be-all thing. Constantly trust it's personalized, and I feel like at that point you're no longer just a butterfly, but like a specific genus of moth or something. True. I like the idea of being a moth. I can fuck with that. Quality of stream went down for me, so now Aipom looks like a weed retailer. Oh no! I need to figure out if I can stream in higher quality, because I do think right now my highest is 720. Which is something, but I feel like it could be better. I need to mess with my OBS settings. Oh, no, it's my social. Sorry. God, terrible time to yawn. It might also be your Wi-Fi also plays into it, if you like was okay but went down. But that's also just a thought I have, but like it could be more crisp than it can be right now. Maybe I need to just change careers and organize stuff all day, I don't know. Yeah, my aunt is a personal home organizer, except she has no clients, which does suck, because as a job it does sound pretty cool, but I don't think there's that big of a market for it. Maybe not in France, though. Maybe it's different in other countries. You what? You never said this. Sorry. I'm not that close to her. Like, we see each other on Christmas and birthdays, but that's about it. Can I meet her? For sure, if you want to, yeah. I think that's fine. Well, yeah. Since her business isn't doing great, she is working at, I think, a zoo now. So she cleans there. Which is still pretty fucking cool, to be clear. I think working at a zoo is still up there. I would love to work with animals, but I think it would kill me. Yeah, it does sound kind of stressful. I think she works mainly in staff areas. Or like when the animals are taken out. But it does sound stressful to work around animals. I think you really have to know what you're doing. requires a lot of trust in yourself and confidence. I love the AI Professor theme. It's so good. This is also a GBA rendition, but I love it too. It's an amazing theme. Oh wow, we've already been streaming a minute. Almost half past 2 hours. I almost had a chain of 132. Wow! You are going kind of cray too. Hope you get the shiny soon. Triple Teddiursa. Got Can Spain score already. I would like that very much. Pasta done. Mine is still getting started. The world is unfair. Crying. Could at least get a shiny. That would be a nice consolation prize to the pasta. Crazy to think we scored 4 times and they're on 0-0. Yeah, but France was taking a nap, it's different. We were just letting you guys score. Sure. Yeah, sure. I'm telling the truth. I would never lie to you. You didn't even say I. I. That's not how we write I in French, so I don't accept it. This is classist. You British people and your classes. The only classes I know are in school. Yeah, famously Max was British, I think. True. That's famously well known. Max is a British person. I think I might get to 8,750 and then I might end stream. Because as much as I love chatting with you guys, I'm also generally really hungry. But yeah, generally a really fun stream. Like I do think it did a lot of good to do something else than carries. And really nice to see everyone, Cindy. We need to chat more. I need to stop being so introverted. Don't have much to comment on besides the background music. We too have a regular soundtrack now. It's nice though. I enjoy having my play soundtrack because now, like, it puts me in the stream mood because it's what I listen to on stream. Listening to Gladion seem like, wow, he's literally know something. Oh, I didn't know you were a traumatized, edgy teenager. Wow, learning a lot about you. Read a post about him earlier. It was like, it's really funny that Gladion is actually noticeably older than the protagonist. So whenever he comes around and screams at them, they just get no fucking clue what's going on. God, everyone but me liked Warrior Cats. I mean, Warrior Cats was fucking massive. That was the books you read as a kid. It did get weirder and weirder the longer the series went on, though. Lots of incest and but you know, they're also cats, so... I'd literally never heard of it until adulthood. That now is crazy. It's Wire Cats, how did you not hear of it? I wonder if it just wasn't big here. I mean, maybe? I feel like it was kind of big everywhere, but I guess maybe you British people escaped it. That's what makes it fun. For legal reasons, this is a joke. I'm going to report you to the police. That's it. Didn't read the books until a couple of years ago. The first arc was pretty fun, but God, the second arc sucked. We also haven't translated past the third act somehow. That's crazy. I think I read like the first 4 or 5 arcs. I generally enjoyed them, but I just kind of dropped off after one. The first arc is just the best, though. In my humble opinion, that's very dated because I haven't actually read it in forever. I think I found that story to Melee, but fun fact, I actually started reading Warrior Cat because my middle school crush was really into it, and I had wanted a topic to relate to her, so I just started reading Warrior Cats, and I ended up stopping, like no longer crushing on her, but kept reading because I really enjoyed the books. Role-playing Warrior Cats was so good. I did written Warrior Cats roleplay. That's actually where I met one of my exes, my ex-boyfriend, which was not a great person, but it is what it is. I wish my brain was still wired like that. I don't think I could pull it off now. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel with reading roleplay. Like, it was a massive part of my life. And I generally really loved it, and making OCs and writing with others. It was also a lot of a coping mechanism for me, and so I do think I've reached a point where like I don't really need it as much, and I struggle to do it without feeling like I'm in a place I don't want to be in. Like I just don't have the same interest in it anymore, also. But it is some of my fondest memories. Anyways, we have reached 8,751. So I will now go rush to my kitchen and make some tuna pasta for myself. I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. I think you're all in European time zones. I don't just think, I know. Because there's like 3 of you. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. Generally, really fun stream. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening. Bye bye!